Now on LWT, Bob Mills is in bed with his dinner, and he's taking no prisoners.
Where am I?
In the village.
What do you want?
That would be telling. We want information. Information. Information.
All right, mate. Don't get overexcited. Who are you, anyway?
The new number 2.
All right, bag sign number 1.
You are number 6.
No, if I'm not number 1, right, I ain't gonna be in the gang. What a palaver. Should have had a clip on that balloon, mate. I can't believe I'm back here. Because remember, I used to be the prisoner in this village, right? But the place used to really wind me up. Because, you know the score, all these people, right, they're all like retired spies from all over the world. But I was the only one who could escape. Because everyone else, they just stand around whining and, oh, we're frightened. If we try and get away, the big balloon will come and get us. But I just used to go down, burst it, swim across the bay, jump on a bus, I was away. I remember when I was out of here, I made that other programme, In Bed with MeDinner. It was brilliant, everyone loved it, except apparently in certain poorer parts of the world, like South America, Central Africa, Wales, I ain't got no tellies. So what's happened is all my mates in like United Nations, NATO, World Health Organisation, UNICEF, Partridge Family, they've all got together and said, here, Millsy, do us a favour, sling the best of it out on a video. So that's what I've done. So we're going to start with a bit about one of my best mates. He is literally the second most hardest man in the whole world. Have a look. Funny enough, he spent a little bit of time in the same nick as me. Because I was in jail, because I'm not ashamed to admit I've done some crimes, all right? You don't know anything about them, because those are all covered by Official Secrets Act, so I used to be a spy for the Russians. But, I was in the nick with this bloke. You'll love him, right? Here he is. This is my mate I was in the police with. This is Paul. I was in jail with him. Here we go. That's our jail. We had a special way of doing our hair, like we was in a gang.
Old Prison's A Wing is a special unit for the most difficult inmates in the prison system. Paul Sykes is one of the 8 men in the unit.
I've had 10.5 years for whacking screws and 10 years for whacking coppers. Yeah?
That's my cell there behind him.
I've never taken a liberty in my life. I've belted a few people. On every case, I was in the right.
Here's me coming out my cell, look.
Taking the liberties. And I did what John Wayne did.
See what he said then? Every time, right, it was them taking the liberties, they was winding me up, and I did what John Wayne did. What, you rode into town on a horse and went into the bar and said, come outside, and you went outside and had a big shootout with him. Is that what you did? Let's have a look.
Liberties. And I did what John Wayne did. What any sane thinking man would have punched him right in the fucking earlobe.
No. I've seen the Sands of Iwo Jima, and at no point does John Wayne punch the Japanese in the fucking ear hole. And when he came out, right, he came out of prison, we became boxers. We used to train together, because I was like welterweight champion of Britain for 4 or 5 years running, then I'll give it up because I've done my leg, right? But he went into heavyweight boxing, and I think there's a bit of his dad talking about it.
And then about 3 fights, and he's done it like Bruno. He's done it now, hasn't he? Bruno's made up now. And I thought, I don't know another way for a working class lad to get money.
That's very, very sound philosophy. He's saying, my Paul, he could have been the new Frank Bruno. The public would have taken him to their hearts, wouldn't it? They'd have loved him just the same. I don't think he'd have had quite the same commercial possibilities. You can imagine the adverts, can't you? Paul Sykes. HP sauce. Eat it. Or I'll punch you in the fucking ear. Now, if I could just draw your attention to this. Now, this is the classic, you see. Have a look at this, soapy water. Now, obviously, the lady of the house has come out quite unknowingly, and she's cleaned her step, and the water's dripped, and that's super. And everything's fine till now, no danger at all. But let me give you this scenario. Suddenly, a cold snap. You see? You see where I'm going? Suddenly, icy conditions. Now, hold yourself there. Old lady, perhaps with a husband in a wheelchair, injured in the war, you don't know, pushing him along. Along they come. Now, suddenly, what we've got here is we've got black ice. Old lady comes, oh, she goes, back, she falls onto this, oh, spinal disorder, right? Gentleman in wheelchair, off he goes, rolling along here, comes to the curb, hits this, tips over, lying helpless in the road. It's that only a matter of time, isn't it, before the articulated lorry... or maybe this, maybe a 14 with young joyriders in it. And then you've got the human element. Comes round, hits the old person, double casualty. That's what we call in the trade a double banger. Two old people, pretty much for the price of one, and all because of ice. Now, where did we leave him? We left him... Oh, he just had his raffle, hadn't he? He just had his raffle. Now, there's my mate Paul again.
This is the best little city on earth. How do I know? I've been everywhere else. I'm here now, right on the family patch. Yeah, I know where it is. I've been. Nobody can tell me anything. I don't read Daily Mirror and Sun. I go and have a look. I go and have a look, and I've been. I've lived in the forests of North America.
Liar.
I've lived in the outback of the Ivory Coast.
Liar.
I've lived in India and Russia. I had my breakfast in Moscow.
Liar.
My tea in Wood Street, Nick.
True.
Yeah, I've been about it. I'm the only man in the history of mankind that has swum across the Straits of Johor. I had to avoid a police launch. It was either that or Changi Nick. They've got me passport in Singapore. Yeah, I swam it. Yeah, nobody's ever done it before, not because of the crew.
Right, now then, let me just run this little thing by you. He swam across the Straits of Johor, right? Nobody's ever done that before, not because of the currents, but for another reason. Because one of the greatest dangers and the greatest fears that lives in the soul of man is the one thing we're all frightened of. For a second, he just can't quite remember what it's called, basically.
Yeah, nobody's ever done it before, not because of the currents or anything like that. Nothing like that. It's... sharks.
Sharks. You nearly forgot what lie you were going to tell then, didn't you?
But none of the locals go paddling.
You swam in sharks?
I know about sharks, yeah. I'm 6'3" and 16 stone, 200 weight, yeah, I'm swimming. These pumps were hanging around my neck when I done it, yeah. I thought, well,
must be
jaws,
true,
I had
then.
a condition them, I know how to condition people, your jaws, boom, 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 yeah. They're just flying about. You've got an art job work, here. Sharks, they'll have a look at me.
Right, now, just hang on a second. He swam through sharks, and he's lived. Well, he must have had a harpoon then, simple as that. He must have had a harpoon or some of that American scientist stuff, which is repellent, and you spray it in the water like that, and it repels the sharks. That must have been what it was. Let's have a look.
Have a look and think, yeah, I know how to do them. You punch them right in the fucking ear hole.
All that money Spielberg wasted on that film. They should have had Richard Dreyfuss right from the top, coming down the beach. They said, we got a shark, and Richard Dreyfuss goes, well, 10 for Paul Sykes, punch it in the fucking ear hole. Paul Sykes. I love him. All right. They're all my spy mates down there. Now, you're obviously saying to yourself, well, if Paul Sykes is the second most hardest man in the world, who's the third? Well, that's another mate of mine called Mick Rayner, who's done a brilliant programme called 99 to 1. Do you see that? I was in it. I was the one. It was 99 of them and me, and I've done them, right? Now, Mick's not in this bit, but his boy is, right? And he's a right lad. You'll love him. Have a look at this. This is Mick's son in a documentary that I'm very proud to have produced myself. Look at him. Here he is.
But the main reason the hooligan exists is to prevent large-scale disorder. Drink is normally the cause. This youth has been spotted as he repeatedly staggers across a busy road.
Young Mr. Rayner.
How old are you, mate?
18.
There you go, lie. How old are you? 18, liar. But his dad said, hey, son. I think Mick Rayner talks like that, I don't know. If you're ever out and you're drunk and the old Bill asks you your age, tell him you're 18, all right, and stare him out. OK? So he's all right.
You got anything with your name and address on? Any ideas, Hall?
No.
No? What's your date of birth?
Oh, dear, now he's in trouble. No, he told me 18, Dad. He didn't clear me up. It's all right, shut up. If I'm 18, my date of birth...
17.
17.
The 6th.
6.
82.
1782. 212 years old. Ask him, go on.
What is it you want to know, darling?
The two-little seater.
35.
35.
Pound.
It's called a lover's seat.
You get it? You and your old man will be in there. Well, get a lover then.
It's not for me, it's for my friend. She saw it this morning.
Yeah, 35 quid.
Pound, 35 pounds, fella.
Hello.
All right, well, I know what you like.
Yeah.
You come and you say 35 Shot.
All right, yeah,
Minus
full
that.
time.
Minus that.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell her.
I told him years ago, I said, get a sign saying mind the step. It's no good when they've fallen, then an hour later said, oh, mind the step, is it? Come on. You know I've told you I was in the police, right? You know all about that, yeah? Right, okay. This is a police video, right? This is what we call them hidden camera things in the trade. And what I'm right up the top here with a camera, and I'm filming this bloke here, and he's a drug pusher, all right? He's a drug pusher. Have a listen.
But a camera mounted on a building opposite the pub recorded his every move.
There you go, selling drugs. Yo, wait, while to go.
Here he is again, 3 days later, making another drugs deal in the same spot. Residents got used to the very public nature of the drug dealing. Here, sitting on the bike, is about to conclude another deal when an elderly resident, slightly the worse for wear, forces him to abandon it.
No, he forces him to abandon it because he's an old bloke and he was in the war. And he said, look, I fought for this country, right? Not for you to be selling drugs and peddling your filth. So he's gonna force him, he's gonna have a go at him, I think. I think he'll turn over, go at him with his stick, but he'll stop him by fair means or foul, he'll stop him. Oh, I've fallen. He's gone, hey, wait, I'll sell it in a minute. Oh, I'm a bit unsteady on my feet. He's trying to get him off. Will you get off? Get off, push. Put that. Hey, will he make it? And he's off he goes there. That's it, drug buster, the fight against crime. Remember, like, before I was a spy, I used to do loads of other jobs, and I showed you one of them on the programme, and, like, everyone really loved it. In fact, just the other day, Fire Fawcett Majors, Kate Jackson, Jacqueline Smith, all phoned me up individually out of the blue and said it was their favourite bit. Because, you know, I know them from when I used to be Charlie in that other programme I made. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to nip in my old house, and you have a look. This is, that's a programme that was made ages ago about me and a group of my mates, right? I used to do this other job when I was a lot younger. I don't know, some of you might have done it. Knocking. Not stealing, knocking. What you do is you get a load of hooky gear, basically, and you go around people's houses with it in trays, and you sell it to them, you knock it. It's just salesman, door-to-door salesman. And this is me and my mates doing it. That's me there in the tank top and the short-sleeved stripy shirt. That's what we used to wear. We was trendy in them days, right? I just show it to you because they're the happiest days of my life. Just us having a laugh, basically. There's the van we travelled in.
Wally.
Wally? That was a big word when I was a kid. Shut up, you Wally. Frat. Here we go. Bang on the van, open the door, have a laugh. That's how we used to chat with each other when we was kids. Wally, and we all, obviously we had loads of great tricks we used to do.
Yes, yeah. Mate, have you ever seen this thing, right? What? What brakes on this thing or what? Yeah, you'll find out in a minute.
That was the best trick. You've done that. You know you've all done that. Got any brakes on this? We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah. Mate, have you ever seen this thing, right?
Got any brakes?
What? What brakes on this thing or
Find
what?
out in a minute.
Yeah, you'll find out in a minute.
I've had all my love children down for the day. I'll give them a day out. They're all going back to Wales now. See ya. All right. Give my love to your mums, all of them. Give my love to all your Welsh mums. I spent a weekend in Wales, that was it. That's what you get. Some of you people have been around before, haven't you? I've chatted to you before. And last time you were around, I showed you something. I showed you a little clip, my favourite clip. And no apologies, I'm going to show it again. because I think it is one of the finest things you're ever going to see, right? It's a football match, which obviously in this country means a fight. All having a fight. One man I think you should watch for very, very carefully in this fight is the man I call Morse, right? The greatest policeman ever, PC 304, on the radio. PC 304, there's a fight going on. Well, I can't see it. Don't want to get involved, does he? One more little look. I'm sorry, I know, I'm boring you, but I don't care. Look. It's all going on. It's all going on. Break it up. Well, I can't see it. We've got a tea break coming up. But these are the heroes of this bit, right? These guys on the terraces. These on the terraces. These guys, hard men, on the roof. We're going up there. We're going to watch the match from the roof, right? And they're all quite hard, but the hardest of all is him. Because they're all sitting down. He's standing up. Oh! Down he goes. Bless him. Look, let's have another look at him. Up you come. He's there, right? And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The man responsible here is him, right? Because he's holding a flag. And all he has to do is keep hold of this flag and he'll be all right. Just hold on to the flag. Hold on to it. No! There he goes. And he's there. And he wasn't... Oh, look, there's the copper. Back off the tea break. I don't want to know if they're fighting, but if they're lying unconscious on the ground, I'll be in there.
In these parts, when a stranger is seen drinking Metz with pure filtered schnapps, everyone wonders if it's me, without my mask. One time, it was.
The producers of Jurassic Park.
It's coming!
And the director of Speed.
Everybody underground!
Bring you face to face with Twister.
Club Mix 96 is back! The best of 96. Club Mix 96 Volume 2 out now. Those endless days of sacred days.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
There can be no whitewash.
I won't forget a single day, believe me. Days I remember all my life. Days when you can't see one run by. You took my advice, but then I knew that very soon you'd leave me.
Cambridge are sinking. Cambridge are going down.
Frightened of this world, believe me. Those endless days of sacred days you gave me.
This goes forward 10 years. This goes forward 10 years, and one of the lads who was on the knot with us is now desperately trying to find a job in the building trade. He's unemployed, which is a terrible blight on millions of people in this country. Howdy, Tail.
One up there, yeah.
So he's going up now to see the foreman. No trouble for me, I'm in the building game. Cameraman hedging along behind him, big bum shot there. So he goes and has a chat with the foreman and sees if there's any work, and basically there isn't.
That's what you said before, when they get the footage in. No. All right, mate, I'll give you another knock another time. Cheers, mate.
Sorry, mate, no work. And he now starts getting a bit strange, because his theory is this: because he can't get a job in the building game ain't worth a toss anymore, all right? Everything's gone wrong with it, just because he's not working in it. Look, this ladder, for instance.
This is what's happened to the game. Like, this should all be tied up, and it ain't fucking tied up. It's bollocks, man.
Know what I mean? They give us an hard hat to wear, but they won't put a clip on the fucking ladder.
Give us a hard hat to wear. They haven't given you one. It's only the people with jobs that have got hard hats.
You know the boat, Steve.
Job, no job.
All right, mate. All right? All the best. Nice.
I just want to show you this, right? Just spin it back, nice and slow. He does this horrible thing now, which we all do. Have you ever been in a situation, you go in a room, in a pub, anything, and someone just says, get out, mate, nobody likes you here. And as you come out of the room or the pub, you see some of your friends, and you don't want them to know how humiliated you've been, so you start telling lies to the door and going, yeah, we had a great time, didn't we, lads? Super. Anyway, I've got to go. Yeah, I'll come back again and see you. That's exactly what he does. He gets sent out with no job and makes things up.
Nice one, mate.
Yeah, lovely.
What, back here? All right, Steve.
Steve, nobody there called Steve.
God almighty.
Did you get a job?
He said come back in a couple of weeks, but I think with all that palaver...
Liar. He never said come back in a week. He said go away and never darken our building site again. And another thing, one of the few jobs I've never done is the building trade. Never worked in it. Maybe you have. Maybe you can... Is this a word that they use in the building trade? I don't know. It doesn't sound like it.
He said come back in a couple of weeks, but I think with all that palaver...
Palaver? Not a building man's word, is it? Oh dear, Terry's dropped his trowel. Oh, what a palaver. Anyway, off he goes now.
It's bollocks. It's total bollocks, mate. The game's fucked. All I want is a job. At the end of the day, they ain't got one for me. It's bollocks.
All I want is a job. At the end of the day, they ain't got one for me. It's bollocks. Very poignant phrase, and it's actually taken from the Labour Party manifesto, I think. But he's a smashing... Did you recognise him, by the way? You did recognise him, didn't you? You've seen him before. No, look, have a look. I'll show it you again. He's the bloke out the football thing. Have a look. Yeah, all the best. Yeah, that's all right. What, back here? All right, Steve. God almighty.
Safe up there?
Bollocks, man. That's what's happened to the game. I should have had a clip on that roof. They could use that with a scarf, no one put a fucking clip on the roof. It's total bollocks.
So you don't watch the game then?
Well, he said come back in a couple of weeks, but with all that palaver. All I want's a decent view. And at the end of the day, they ain't got one for me. The game's fucked. Right, this is my favourite bit. I'm going to carry on playing it. This is my favourite bit. This is where they have a fight, right? Because when we was young, we used to love to fight. I want you to watch the fight, and I want you to watch out for what I call the convenient sticks. Here they come. This is a rival firm, and they're on their manor, and they don't like it, OK? They're the Millwall mob, and he don't like it. Old Robin Asquith's got the hump, look.
What's all this about then? What are you talking about, eh? Knocking around our area. This is my area. I can't do you, is it? We're not where we are.
And they're thinking, hang on, how many are in that van? 1, 2... There's only about 3 of them. We could have them, couldn't we? There's about 7 of us, there's 3 of them. There's 7, come on. Yeah, there's 7. Oh, bollocks, there's hundreds of them. Convenient sticks. Excuse me. There's a shop here that only sells sticks for fighting with, look. Good old fight. Oh, fight. Another thing, right? Any young people watching? Yeah, you fight these days. You fight with razors and bottles. In my day, you just gave someone a good kick up the arse, look. Kick him up the arse. And just on a very small point, let's bring this back. The other thing you did in those days, if someone ever attacked you with a stick, you just gave them a little slap like that. Look. What's this back here? Watch. Oh, what a lava! And a great piece of cowardice coming up. Look, everyone in the van. Come on! We'll have you! No, you're driving away in a van. No, come on! Terrible times, lovely times, but violent times. And what made people fight? What made young men get to that stage where they had to physically beat each other? I think it was Sartre or Proust or someone said that there are only 2 types of people in the world and tried to define it in psychological terms. I think this next man explains it a little bit more clearly, really.
What happened was, me and this fella, we was knocking, and we come across this other firm, and they was on our prop, so we argued with them, like, said, you slags, you've been knocking our prop, like, you know, another firm, we don't like it. Because, like, we are the chaps of the road, like, you know what I mean? We do the best figures, right? Like, we're all football. And all the others were just muggy boneheads anyway, like, you know.
We're football, they're muggy boneheads. Only 2 types of people in the world, football and muggy boneheads. Now, as a bit of a guide, I can tell you that I have actually written a little book about this, which is coming out in print in the new year, and this will explain to you, come over here, I'll sit down, I'll show it to you. This explains exactly what is football and what's muggy bonehead. Yeah, there's a few things. Terry White, muggy bonehead. Jimbo and football. Anne, muggy bonehead. Nick, muggy bonehead. Anne and Nick, muggy bonehead. Bruce Willis and Demi Moore, muggy bonehead. George and Mildred, football. Simple as that. Chalk ice, football. Coffee Viennetta, muggy bonehead. Go to the toilet, football. Go to the toilet with someone waiting outside, muggy bonehead. And even football, right? See this football? Football. This football, muggy bonehead. Now, isn't this a lovely innocent scene? A cat on a roof. But imagine a child. Imagine a small child sees the cat, thinks, oh, lovely, I'll stroke the cat. So the small child comes up, 10, 11 years old, and to get to the cat, obviously, on the bin, up he goes, like this. He's up here, tries to climb, slips, shin wedge there, scrapes all the way down, all the skin that comes off the child's face, hits the bin, rolls out onto the road, once again, passing articulated lorry. What have you got there? Very, very badly injured child. And all because of a simple cat. Yes, you may look guilty. Watch this, right? Don't let anyone know I told you how to do that. Look, right, phone card, right? Now just bend the corner. Oh, now watch this, look, say nothing. Slip that in, right? Now, watch that. 888896, right? Now, just be very careful, right? But next thing you know, there you go, there you go. Say nothing, come on. Well, hello. They've asked me at Casualty to come along here to the village and see if there's anything that we can use on the show here. And I have to say, I've been in the village about half an hour and I'm already thinking Christmas special. Really is a bit of a wonderland for Charlie and Ash, this. We've got the steep stairs with cobbles. You can see over here we've got some very prickly vegetation. Imagine an elderly person leaning over trying to smell that particular rose. They'd be in there, any amount of cuts. But this is the one for me. You see this? Rather beautiful sculpture here of a child. Now imagine a short-sighted person, getting on a few years, a bit frail, thinks that's maybe their own grandchild. They come over, they try and hug it, and you see they'd smash their faces here, you'd have jawbone fractures here. And then, of course, this whole thing would topple. It'd go down there. A rather idyllic picture of a family picnic in there. Now, imagine that thing gathering speed. It'd have the boy off the edge. It concuss the father. Oh, it's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely superb place for Casualty. Oh, have a look at this. You know, I do a lot of charity work. Obviously, you know that. I raise millions and millions of pounds every year for the poor in the third world. And I did a lot of work for the very poor people on the subcontinent. And, very, very lovely lady, Mother Teresa of Calcutta, sent me this, which I think is lovely. I don't know if you can see that there. Darling, I love you. Beautiful gesture, all picked out there. And what I do with it, I use it, look, what I do is I keep these in it, look. They're OXO cubes. And when, like, Welsh people come round, I go, pineapple chunk? And I go, oh, it's a funny colour. And I go, no, that's what pineapples are like in my country. And I love it. But here we go, here we go. Another thing. How much do I love? What do I love? One of the most things I love in the world, right? Come on, you know me. What is it? Horticulture, right? That's gardening, okay? And this is one of my favourite blokes now. And he's going to tell you, definitely, how to make things grow really nicely. Here he is.
Hey. And when you plant, you want to get your hedge a nice straight line and get the roots in.
Richard and Judy.
Like that. And
put it in nicely.
plant a hedge about 18 inches apart is a good rule of thumb. This is hawthorn.
18 inches?
Yeah, 18 inches.
Look, Richard's having a panic. No, no, because he's thinking...
Which, not too close. You're gaining nothing. Because remember
He's
these...
thinking, no, hang on. I told Judy that was 18 inches. No, I didn't mean that. He's a lovely man, Richard, and he's never taken anything that didn't belong to him in his life. So he's planting them away.
Yeah, they will. And you won't gain anything at all.
No. What about the firs? You plant them about the
same
distance apart?
You want to plant about 2 foot apart.
2 feet, right.
And then there's another secret with these.
Right, now, he's got them all. See how they are? They're all lovely. And he's got another secret with them, because he loves the secret. It's probably, I'll tell you what it'll be, just from my knowledge I've got, probably a bit of cold tea. Cold tea, or funny enough, aspirin dissolved in water. That'll help them grow. It'll be something that'll help them grow up.
That spring, the very end of next spring, just when they're growing, just when you think they're taking off, go like this.
Oh, no!
Cut it right down.
In the first spring?
Yep.
Yep.
So, let me just get this straight. His secret gardening tip is plant them all very, very carefully, get them all looking nice, and then kill them. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's a good job he never chose to become a doctor, basically, isn't it? There you go, rosebush coming there to fruition. This is my garden. One of my gardens, obviously. All the Chelsea Physic Garden, Kew Garden, St James's Park, Holland Park, all mine. But I do let members of the public use these. This is my private one. I like to keep this to myself for my hours of contemplation that I have. This is this beautiful little, just a little springtime display, nothing fancy. But one problem here, you can you see this? Look. Now that's just the beginning of an aphid there. Very dangerous on chrysanthemums, rhododendrons, anything like that. And what you have to do, thumb and forefinger, pinch it, not too tight, and just pluck that away. Pluck that away, which will cure it in the short term. But what you need to do to kind of stop that happening again is just come out, maybe 2nd, 3rd week in February, and just a good whacking like that, and things like this, just against the fence, anything like that. And then trees that just come out every left, right, and centre like that. And that'll be lovely. Now, you come back here in April, May, and you see this will be beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Because the garden is a thing of joy, a thing of beauty, forever. Sorry. I normally get 20 seconds, and I didn't get... I'll start again, right? Because I screwed that up really badly. I haven't been doing television very long, right? actually, no. Listen, I'll tell you what I'll do. Just keep it going. Because what I'll do at times like this, right? Because I make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Right? Jonathan Ross very often phones me up sobbing, "Oh, I've made another mistake," right? That's kind of an ongoing thing with Jonathan and I. And basically, what the advice I always give him when he's done what I just did there is hey, watch the Queen. Watch the Queen of television. See how she does it. And learn. Look and learn. That's the girl, ladies and gentlemen. Oprah Winfrey, by all means Oprah Winfrey. But Gloria Hunniford is the Queen of television. And all us people who are trying to carve a niche out, we watch her, okay? Because otherwise you make mistakes like that. You're not ready, and you try and talk very quickly like that. This is Gloria, 20 seconds from transmission, showing you how it should be done. 20 seconds, Gloria. She's remembering her lines. She knows what she's got to say. 15 seconds. Have a little cough. There you go. Right. Now, there are 3 very, very simple rules of appearing on television. And those rules are this. Teeth. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see a frowning face out there in TV land. They want to see a big smile. And also this. You see the way I'm talking to you now? Looks wrong, doesn't it? That's the way, isn't it? That's the way you look at people naturally like that, isn't it? And the other thing is this. You might have noticed sometimes I try and say far too much on far too small a breath. So make sure you've got a good lung full of air, your head's in the right position, your teeth are ready, and you too can be a star. 5 seconds. Teeth. Tilt.
Well, welcome to Channel Online. This is the climax.
That's simple, ladies and gentlemen. That's all there is. There's no magic involved. That's all it is. Good common sense rules.
I've been out with Marcel in for 6 years. Never been done yet.
Well, how did he get there, the old?
Through a leak in the bath.
Well, you got your bath on your roof. Oh, you got a flat above you?
Yeah.
And their
I've got
bath
an
leaks?
house like this.
Where?
Right, I've got an house like this.
Right.
So the bathroom's at the back.
Right.
Right. And the front room's under the bath.
Right.
So where the bathroom was leaking, it come down, my ceiling all broke. I've been waiting for a new door.
How long?
6 years, Mark.
6 years you've had a hole in your ceiling?
6 years.
I probably think you like it now after 6 years. It probably fitting.
And the plastering is all...
What?
The plastering is just shit.
It's what?
Shit.
Oh, right, sorry, I thought you said shit.
No, shit.
Oh, sorry, all right, I didn't understand what you said. It's all pony. All right, well, I'll tell him. I'll tell him.
You tell him.
Oh, tell him, definitely.
Yeah.
This right here?
I told them every time.
This right here?
Yeah, Canterbury Street.
Canterbury Street. What name was it?
Welton.
Welton.
27. Just say Welton 27, because I've been
No,
down
no.
there so many times.
Welton
too.
27, I'll tell him that.
And my mother, she's got damp in hers.
Your mother's got damp?
Yeah, she's got all plant. They've done it last
Hang on,
year.
your mother's got damp?
Yeah, she's got all damp in her passage.
Say that.
I fucking see, I'll take you in there now.
Your mother's got damp in her
Yeah.
This is a programme that London Weekend Television put out. It's a very serious documentary. It's a fly on the wall documentary. It's called The Estate, and it's about life on a housing estate in East London and some of the terrible things that happen, the violence that lives very, very close to the surface in these communities, all right? Let's put it on, and I'll just talk you through it. Here we go. Now, I'll just explain to you what's happening, basically. Very attractive woman there, right from the start. Very, very good-looking girl, I've always thought. So handsome, we've had to black her face out, right? Let me tell you what's happening. Imagine you're living next door to these people, and they've got a camera crew around, and they're going to be on national television. And, like, the next day, everyone in the country is going to see them, and they're going to be celebrities, and you're sitting there, and you're all on your own, and you've got nothing. And you think, I know what I'll do. I'll nip round, and I'll try and get, like, Smize into a few shots, like that. Show people what a nice, affable, likeable chap I am. Might even get an advert out of it, you never know. Just before I leave, I'll have a couple of drinks for Dutch courage. Other great thing about this family, best doorbell in the world. Starts off as born free, and then goes completely haywire. Have a listen. Born free. Now, just before we go any further, bit of a tip for you. Bit of a showbiz tip. If you're going to go on television, it's your first appearance, get yourself a catchphrase. Like, nice to see you nice. Swinging, dodgy. Some that people immediately recognise you by. This bloke's got a corker.
Oh. Fuck off.
Now, I have to say, I don't know if you missed what he said then. Hang on, let's have a... Hang on. No, we caught that one. He's got a little speed. Listen. That is dead. Now, this is one of his other charming characteristics. He says things are dead, when it's patently obviously they're not. And he also says things are gonna die, but they're not. It's just a bit of a gag, right? Now, he does look like Lester Piggott. Now, his mate Ian is about to appear on the scene. Now, Ian's got a problem. He wants to find out what's the matter with his mate. Okay, fair enough. Now, there's two ways that you can do this. Either quite deep-rooted psychoanalysis to find out where his angst is coming from, or you can just ask him, what's the matter, mate? 15 times. Ian goes for the latter route, obviously. One. Two. Three. Another very good-looking girl there.
Shirley, come here.
Come off. Right now. Next time you touch me, you're dead.
Hang on. Have they got a dog? Has anyone seen a dog in this thing? There's no dog, is there, in that room? Where's that noise coming from? Listen. Shush, listen. He's growling! He's got the catchphrase and the growl. He's Mr. Showbiz, as far as I'm concerned.
Get me a drink. Get me a...
Now, he's coming to his own now. We know he can do all the catchphrases, he's got all the chat, he can growl like a good un. But now because we didn't like him, we thought, he's come in, he's behaved hideously to this woman. But now we love him, because he can do the thing that only a crazy Uncle Bernie could do, or the double-jointed boy from school could do. He can do this, have a look. Right, ready?
Get me a drink. Get me a drink.
He can do the arm trick. He's everything I've ever wanted to be. But look, let's get a bit more serious now. He's come in, he has behaved quite appallingly, and what we need to know is what is the matter with him? What's caused him to behave like this? What's his problem? Let's see if we can find out.
Oh, yeah, right. That prat answered the door to me. Bollocks.
That prat answered the door to me. Bollocks. Perfectly reasonable explanation for his behaviour.
A soft drink is not a magic potion, a status symbol, or a badge that says who I am. It will not make me popular.
Wanna hang?
It will not make me run faster or jump higher. It will not make me more attractive to the opposite sex, though I wish it would.
You're beautiful.
If I need a badge, I'll become a security guard.
Welcome to the
If I need a
son.
refreshing drink, I'll obey my thirst. Image is nothing, thirst is everything. Sprite.
Come on, Cole, check back. 50, 50, 50, 50. 50, 50, 50.
No, no, no. You don't love me, and I know now. No, no, no.
The new 1996 Micra. Ask before you borrow it.
No, now.
Independence Day.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
KFC Bargain Bucket. 6 pieces of original recipe chicken. 4 regular fries, just $6.99.
This year's Olympics are in Atlanta, but the games will be everywhere. The Bud World Party. A great time to share a Bud with friends, no matter where you are. Budweiser, proud sponsor of the '96 Summer Games.
There are 2 reasons why I like Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre. 1, they use only the finest ingredients. And 2, it's good for my body. So I feel like this and this.
Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre. You'll feel as good as it tastes.
It's my nan's house, right? My gran, right? Granny Rose. And she lives here, and don't say nothing, right? Because she can't walk very well. She has a wheelchair. And what we do on a nice day, we bring her out and we put her in a wheelchair. There, see? So what she does, she sits here, and she's happy as Larry. Sits here, it's got a nice view. She has a couple of cans of lager, and look, she'll have something to eat. Look, she'll have something to eat out here. It's like picnic for her, the old girl. She loves it. She'll sit there a treat. She'll sit for hours there, just looking. She's happy. Now, they've had a bit of a ruction, Ian and his mate, and what they've done now is they've gone out on the balcony to sort it out. It's a lovely summer's evening, they've gone, let's just go out on the balcony and have a bit of a chat, man to man.
Come on. Get off. Get off. Next time you move that, I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to kill you. He's threatening to kill him again.
Come on.
Growling. He can growl outdoors just as well as indoors. And he looks even more like Lester Piggott in that light. Now, here we go. What they're doing now, they're just having a bit of a heart-to-heart now, just talking a few things through, all right? I'll just run it through. You can just watch it. It's only a minute or so. Just watch it and see what they're like.
I don't hate you. No. All I'm going to do is hit your fucking tracks that comes near me. And
Hey, Tom. You just said...
Well, that shows you how I hit people.
No, it's not. You just said you put it right in.
Sorry, mate.
No.
That just shows you why I do people.
That was a nasty thing to do.
Hey, so that.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, Millsy, this is just a bit of mindless violence. There's no rhyme or reason at all in anything they're doing. But in actual fact, we'll go through it again and you'll see that everything this man does, he does for a sane, sensible reason. Let's just have a look.
I don't hate you.
I don't want to hit you. Stick with that remark. Whatever else happens, you're my mate. I don't want to hit you. That's completely out of the question that I should ever hit you. Oops! Upon my soul, bless my word, what have I been and gone and done now? I've only gone and hit you, ever so sorry.
Well, that shows you how I hit people.
No, you just said you put it right in.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate. Now, he's apologised now, fairly. But why does he keep doing it? Why does he keep hitting him? Listen.
It just shows you why I do people.
That just shows you why I do people. That is how I hit people. I don't want to hit you, but if I was perchance going to hit you, that would kind of be the tempo of the whole thing. Absolutely incredible.
That was a nasty thing to do.
Hey, ça va?
Eh, ça va? I was only a few weeks ago, me and my dad done some building here. I was helping him out. There's a bloke, really rich bloke, got a penthouse, he wanted an extension built, like conservatory, sun garden, all that. We done that for him. That's all right, that. That's great. It's ventilated and everything. That let the sun stream in there. That's smashing there. £140 he paid for that. Money well spent. Cheaper twice the price. So. That's my Auntie Lou, right? She lost all her shopping, right? She's never got over it. She had loads of shopping from Safeways and she lost it all. She's just been wandering around like that ever since. Tragic, really, but she's entitled. You know what this is, don't you? Persian chili Malba. But that's one of the reasons I used to escape from this village all the time, because you can't get proper Persian chili Malba here, right? So I used to go home and I used to get my mate to come around and make it for me. He's like a top chef in a hotel. He makes brilliant stuff. I mean, I try and make Persian chili Malba here, but it ain't the real thing. But, oh, I love it. This is a man I watch all the time. I'll let you see it now. He's a particular hero of mine because I'm a young lad trying to make his way in show business, all right? I'm 23 years old and I want to make it big. And so I watch this man because he's like a guru. He's my rabbi, right? Because if I could be half as good technically as Mr. Nigel Dempster, I'd be very happy, all right? First rule of television, find your camera. It's no good doing that. No good me trying to talk to you and looking off there. Got to find the camera. Nigel's on a boat.
And I'm coming to you directly from a helicopter
Nigel,
which is above us. I hope you can hear.
Camera's
and
over here.
More,
That's it. He's got
tonight
it.
I'm going to be out and about in London meeting people who are celebrating similarly. Those who have got other things to celebrate, like LGBT.
Move away.
Those
Cameraman trying to disassociate himself.
Here with me is Sergeant John Gospage. Good evening, John. Good evening. How many launches have you got here?
We've got 4 boats
Police.
patrolling this section this evening.
And I imagine this is a 24-hour job.
Yes, it is.
No, we go home
What
at
are you
night.
actually
People
looking
can do what
for?
they want.
What sort of villainy is out on the river?
All sorts. There's a lot of private craft out here.
Great question coming up.
Thefts from boats. We have people who jump off bridges. that we rescue and bodies, of
Little
course, that we
joke.
recover.
No.
I imagine the people who jump off bridges aren't doing it just to have a swim.
Not in every case, no.
What would you say to anyone looking tonight? Would you suggest they jump off a bridge?
Would you suggest they jump off a bridge? River policeman? Oh, I've got somebody here from the fire brigade. Anyone looking in tonight? What would you suggest? They leave a cigarette smouldering by the curtains? And gentleman here from the traffic police. Any advice? Have 12 pints of lager, drive 120 miles around the M25? Nigel, you're a hero.
The water's dirty, is it?
Water's dirty.
Yeah.
And while PC Gary Wells is driving, I've got on my left here, Dick.
And what exactly? Let's have a look here. I missed the name of the bloke there. Who have you got on your left?
PC Gary is driving, I've got on my left here, Dick. How
Dick.
are you?
I'm fine,
You're
thank
Dick.
you very much.
Dick Pampton. Have you had any crime on the river in the last 24 hours?
Yeah, I killed a fish.
Very little, very little. It's been very quiet. I think they're building up for the old WT 21st anniversary.
What would you advise any villain tonight? Stay away?
No, come down here. Because there's going to be millions of people, any amount of pickpocketing, and they'll all park their cars, have the windows inside their stereos. They don't deserve to have stuff. Nigel, let's carry on, because I love him.
I'm here on the embankment next door to the only floating police station in the world, and I'm actually looking for a lift. But it's got to be a special sort of lift, because I want a car that's also celebrating a birthday, and believe it or not, this is the 30th anniversary of the Mini. Do you remember the Mini?
Do you remember the Mini? Yeah, they still make them, Nigel. That's like saying, do you remember this afternoon?
I'm trying to find one. Somewhere on the embankment here,
Where could
there's a
there
Mini.
be one?
I shall find one.
Surely
Hey,
they haven't
it's
set
backing up
one
to
up.
me. Come back this way.
Oh, there's one!
A white, beautiful Mini, and inside, a star of the 60s and an even greater star of the... Kathy McGowan.
I don't know if you... Kathy McGowan's in the car, right? And she was a big star in the 60s, OK? And what he wants to say is, Kathy McGowan, a star of the 60s and an even greater star of the 80s. And he realises that she ain't done nothing since the 60s. And he bites his tongue, listen.
A white, beautiful Mini, and inside, a star of the 60s and an even greater star of the... Kathy McGowan, how are you?
Can't bring himself
Are you going to drive me anywhere I
can
want?
he?
To be very safe with you.
You're the safest driver. Kathy, can we go to Savoy?
Yes, the Savoy.
Look, on the Savoy.
On we
Right,
go,
they're on the
straight to the
embankment.
Savoy.
Go straight down the embankment, turn right, across Parliament Square, up Victoria... Or just stop there, then. Just pull in and stop there. That's all you need to do, really. Oh, I love him, Nigel. I'm sorry, this is awfully rude, isn't it? I'm starving. We've been here quite a while, chatting away. And I'm hungry. I'm just having some Persian chili balimalba. Have you ever had that? Do you like it? No, Persian chili balimalba. Oh, it's ambrosia. It's food of the gods. If you're ever in a restaurant and they're serving Persian chili balimalba, get some. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm sorry, I've had enough. I'll have some later. Persian chili balimalba. We'll have a bit more Nigel. I love him.
I'm going to go back to the Savoy because Nigel should have made it down below into the kitchen. So I
He's
hope
the
we've got some
king of
goodies
TV
there.
technique, Nigel. Nigel, you're on. Nigel. Nigel!
Here in the pristine cleanness of the Savoy
Oh, that's
kitchens
my
is the
mate, the
major
chef.
cuisine.
He
Anton
comes round my house and makes my food.
Now, what are you going to prepare for the 21st birthday of LWT and the 100th birthday of the Savoy?
We're going to do a Pesha Chuli Balamalba.
Nigel, where are you?
I am on the 6th floor of St Thomas's Hospital with midwifery's...
Right, Nigel's now at St Thomas's Hospital. It's the 21st birthday celebrations of London Weekend Television. What they've decided is this. They're going to find a baby who's born today, closest to, I think, 6 o'clock, which is the time they first went on air. That would be a wonderful thing, wouldn't it? And this would be their kind of special baby, so he's going to see if there is one.
Emma Kirk. Emma, any babies?
Yes, we've got 5 babies who were born today.
Which is the most recent?
Travis.
Come
Good
down,
to
please.
see you.
Please, come on.
Baby Travis.
Is this Travis's mother?
Is this Travis's
Travis's
mum?
mother, Elise.
Yeah, this is Travis's mum, Elise.
Elise, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
And what's the little baby called?
What's the little... Come in. Good morning, sir. Could I take your order for breakfast now? Yeah, just give me some scrambled eggs, would you? Anything with that, sir? No, just the scrambled eggs, thank you. Just the scrambled eggs, then, is it? Yes, just scrambled eggs. Certainly, sir. And how would you like your eggs, sir? So there you go, that's the end of my video. You loved it, didn't you? It was brilliant. Just a small postscript, right? They wanted to give me loads and loads of dosh for doing it, but I went, hey, no, you give that to the poor people. But then I got this. This is off Boutros Ghali, Secretary General of the UN, and it's just a small token of his esteem. Isn't it beautiful? That's from him, his wife Margaret, and his kids Elaine, and Terry Ghali. It's really fabulous, but ask yourself, what is that? Pillbox? No. Somewhere to keep false eyelashes? No, you're never going to get it. Look. Ashtray. Absolutely beautiful. But where'd you keep your cigarettes? Right there, look. That is absolutely gorgeous. Thing of beauty, and to me, totally sums up Mr. Boutros Ghali. Well, after all that palaver, I'm going now. See you later. Here, you should have had a clip on that boat, mate.
You know Nish?
What are you talking about?
We all want to know, but you know nothing.
Well, what is there to know exactly?
Lots.
More late-night laughs coming up next, courtesy of America's Comedy Central.